I was told open, but I was thinking about this. Maybe it's a good one.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, you will be the judge of that. So like, what is an adult thing that gets you excited? Like, maybe something super
Porn.
duper mundane. Oh, I mean, okay.
You ever seen the Rose toy?
I sure have, because I think Sky said something about it. In fact, didn't you send me a link?
Sky.
Her affiliate
Everyone
link.
should have it.
15% off.
She sent me one too. Use a code Sit Down Loser for 50% off a Rose toy.
An adult thing that makes me excited.
Appliances. Appliances make me very excited.
What kind of appliance?
Expensive ones.
Literally anything that just works.
Makes your life
Dysons,
easier.
Instant Pots, the Instant Pot air fryer,
I love
the sound bar.
Oh.
I also just like really like good cookware. Like tiny pans, the twins, I love them.
The twins.
I have two tiny cast iron pans. They're like perfect.
Tiny
like single.
pants, is that what you name your titties? The twins?
No. Those are my butt cheeks. Tiny pans.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because they also
Very
make
sorry.
sounds when they clap.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Make the booty go.
Them hefty.
I too love my pots and pans. My Creuses that I had intended for some other stove use. I kept them, and I'm just like, I'm never going back. They excite me. I'm just like, oof.
I have a carbon steel pan from IKEA that is the gift that just keeps on giving too.
Let me tell you an adult joy I love. I love
I thought you already said porn.
getting paid. Okay, that was a joke answer. The other, my non-joke answer was when my paycheck hits and then the balance on my credit card bill going down. There's no greater joy.
What's that
There's no
feeling?
greater high. There's no greater high, Antonio. Let me tell you from the other side. Hello from the other side.
Love that.
Sky?
Travel.
I love office supplies, and not just because I work in an office, but even before when I worked at Hot Topic, I still loved office supplies. I love
this
pen.
stapler.
I love a good stapler. I love a good Post-it note set.
You ever seen an electric stapler? The ones you just go underneath and go.
No.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, bitch! I know what you'll be getting.
I'm gonna staple everything.
My hands.
I don't know why you would have papers anyway. You just be like, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
I don't know what
like, nice.
she'd be stapling. We don't even own a printer.
I know. I've been thinking
You
about
don't?
getting one.
It's for her manuscript. She's ready, or it's her screenplay.
I'm just gonna staple it shut so no one can read it.
I'm gonna staple my mouth shut. Jesus, maybe that'll finally teach me a lesson.
That too.
Staple my
That too.
brain. Please staple my brain.
But yeah, I guess office supplies.
What
Cleaning
happens to us,
supplies are fun too.
We got old.
I also get excited on the weekdays when it turns 8 o'clock. And I'm like, time to get ready for bed.
guys? Well, it used to be about rock and roll. Ball used to be life, and so was punk.
Do you say ball was life?
Ball was like.
When was ball ever your life, dude?
Foursquare.
Well, balls are not my life. Hey. Yuck. Yeah, Foursquare, you're right.
Okay, I think we're done here.
Tetherball? I was a tetherball.
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 I was a
was
tetherball
fun.
girly.
I didn't
An
play with
excuse
balls
to
at
punch someone in the face.
Crab soccer. Loved crab soccer.
Yeah, because you're great. You're abnormally good at crab walking. You were trained.
Why
you
is
were
that,
trained in the
Antonio?
Marines. He was trained in the Marines for crab soccer.
I don't know.
He
Is
was
it a
raised by a
flexibility
family
thing?
of crabs.
It's because you're inhuman-like in some ways.
I don't know.
Who's to say?
I'm inhuman like in many ways.
crab walking only being one.
Hey y'all, welcome to Sit Down Loser. We're watching a movie. My name's Dahlia.
I'm Sky.
I'm Antonio.
And I'm Ketzel.
And we're just four eggheads who can't make waffle houses who watch movies that everyone else has watched. Except one of us is a loser who hasn't. Today, we're watching a movie that could very well be the most touching, quirky rom-com ever made. 50 First Dates, released in 2004, directed by Peter Segal. And today's loser is...
Not Dahlia.
It's not me!
It's Ketzel.
It's me.
Take a shot every time it's Dahlia. Drink a bottle every time it's someone other than Dahlia.
Ooh.
Oh, this is the worst drinking game I've ever heard. You're gonna be deaded.
As we know, I do not watch rom-coms, so let's not be shocked here. But I'm excited to be here. Thank you all for inviting me.
I mean, you were
Having me
here.
on your podcast.
Of course.
Thank you for having me on your podcast.
You're
Thanks
here
for
at
coming.
gunpoint.
Also,
Long range sniper rifle.
I didn't write this down, but it's our 50th episode. We've been doing this for 50 episodes.
This is the 50th, baby, and what better movie than to do 50 First Dates? Incredible.
That's see, you see, because the name of the episodes we've done is in the title.
Oh, thank you, Ketzel.
We've been doing this for 2 years now, and 50 episodes later.
Here we are.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Why do we pick this other than the fact that the name is fun?
Oh,
This is my Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore movie. I
Haunting.
think it's superior. I think it's just
so
sweeter.
Funny.
I just think it's a lot sweeter than The Wedding Singer, which, to be fair, this is the one that I watched first, so yeah, I have nostalgia for this one as opposed to Wedding Singer. But I really like the way this one goes. It's been a while since I've watched it, though.
It's been a while since I've watched it, too. I like both of them.
but-
I just like Wedding
It's been
Singer
a
better.
never since I watched it.
Yeah, me and Sky are
Good
in the
job.
same boat. This is also kind of... Because Antonio requested this was at the behest of our Wedding Singer episode, where we're like, me and Sky were like, this is the best. This is the best Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore movie ever. And then Antonio's like, now hold on a second. So here
Hold on
we are.
wait a minute.
Here we are doing it. So it really is the battle of Sandler rom-coms. So, well, I mean, the judge today is Ketzel. No pressure.
Hey, none at all.
Live your truth.
We should. You guys haven't seen Blended, right?
No, there's a
No.
third one, right? That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
the
like,
newest
maybe
one.
we should do that to round
The
out.
trifecta.
Well, I
Like
can
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Next
good. I
year.
like Blended.
Coming to you soon. Actually, what episode was The Wedding Singer?
Number
I
9.
Number 9? Okay. I was like,
Miscommunication.
Like,
Crazy.
I was like, it would be cool if it was 25, because then we could do 25, 50, 75.
We don't work that way, baby. Anyway,
we don't think that far ahead.
That would have been cool though.
It's okay.
and just, to top it off, we love love. And of course we know
So
that.
3 of us love.
I love
3
love.
of us here.
Wait, who's the person that doesn't like love?
Antonio usually is like, ugh, love.
No, but I love love. I do. I'm more romantic than you. We've literally said this.
That's true. I'm just more emotional, I suppose.
I just, have a more reserved view of it.
A tight leash on those emotions of yours.
Right?
For now, Ketzel, what do you know about this movie?
Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler are in it. Is this the one where... oh, man, this is going to be embarrassing if this isn't it. Is this the one where he's got memory issues? Or something or another, and so they
Very
keep
close.
having to go...
Very close.
She has memory issues or something, so one of them has memory issues. And so they keep having to go on the same first date over... Like, they keep having first dates over and over again. or there's time travel. It's either memory issues or time travel.
That's why they would go on 50 First Dates.
Speculation.
Speculoos. I
Cookies?
think that's what this one. Yeah, cook. I think that's what this one is. But I don't know, obviously, the finer details. And you know me, I'm not excited about an Adam Sandler movie.
Me neither. And I like this movie. So.
But you know what? Wedding Singer proved me wrong, and I thought he was rather charming. So maybe in a rom-com role, I will enjoy him again. And Dahlia, you weren't here, but when we were watching He's Just Not That Into You, I did admit that Drew Barrymore was growing on me. So we'll see her haircut in this, because that will make it or break it.
Now hold on
Don't
a minute.
cry.
Are you envious of hair?
You son of a bitch.
Keep her
Is that what
hair
it is?
out your mouth.
There's no hair to put in my mouth.
It's not Drew's hair he's making fun of, Dahlia.
I know.
It's mine.
You don't gotta be mad at her. And her ugly hair.
Drew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to take it out on Drew just because of her hair. Just because, you know.
It's bad. Listen, if I had hair, it sure as hell wouldn't have been that one. I'll tell you that.
You're gonna enjoy the costuming in this movie then, I think.
Quote unquote, if I had hair.
There's a lot of hair involved.
Oh me, oh my.
That's what I'll be looking for.
I like your body
Anyway,
type.
that's... Excuse me?
It's a song that
Oh.
Oh me, oh my, I like your body type.
I thought
Sorry.
you were paying me a compliment.
I would never.
You have sometimes, and it has been recorded, so...
Oh? Okay, we can just go on to the Rotten Tomatoes score. So the scores we have: Rotten Tomatoes put it at a 45%.
Woof.
Yeah, audience scores 65%, but Google users rated it 88%. How do you feel about that?
Huh. Well, that's not good.
Consistent at
but-
all.
Yeah, I believe the Google users for rom-coms in general, always and forever. Because audiences hate rom-coms.
Do we?
Sorry, not audiences, like critics hate rom-coms.
They do. Do we have comparison for The Wedding Singer?
90% of Google users liked Wedding Singer, 72% Rotten Tomatoes. And audience score is 80%. So Wedding Singer is far more beloved than this. So what do you have to say for yourself, Antonio?
I like what I like. Also,
Yeah.
I didn't watch a lot of movies growing up. Like, it was like maybe like a total of 20 DVDs in the whole house. So like,
And the ones that
maybe
you
that's
did were
what-
really interesting.
The ones
Yeah.
that were there, you hooked your little fingies into it and you're like, it's mine. It's my favorite.
Fingies.
if there's
Claws,
only so much food, you
talons.
have to eat what you have to eat.
That is so true. But let it be known that in the battle of Adam Sandler rom-coms, Wedding Singer by ratings is superior.
And
Hey.
you and Sky both prefer that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
So far, I'm still loving Uncut Gems. So
That
I've
was a
never seen her.
good movie.
that's a good
I
ass
haven't
movie,
seen
not a
it
rom-com.
either.
Should I watch on my own?
I'll watch
Yeah.
it on
Yeah.
my own.
It
Uncut
was-
Gems?
My own.
Uncut Gems.
Now, list of actors. So we have here, of course, Mr. Adam Sandler,
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore. We
Mhm.
also have in cameo, but not really, because he's in it, Rob Schneider, and
Thank you so much, Antonio. And I'm like, is this Sean Astin? 'Cause I'm like,
yes.
Okay. Potatoes.
Boil 'em,
Mash
mash
'em,
'em,
boil 'em. Stick him in a stew.
boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
Taters? What's taters, precious?
Whoa, I didn't know we were
Same
having Gollum on here. Welcome, Gollum.
Gollum, what do you think of 51st Date?
I'm too tired to continue.
I'm too tired to keep the bit going.
He mustered up all the energy just to do that. Love. Ketzel, what are your expectations?
Oh. Can I say something? I don't like Rob Schneider's face.
Okay, tell me
That's
more.
Totally
super fair.
valid.
Tell me more.
Ooh, that's valid.
I have nothing more to say because I was just validated right now. Thank you, friends and comrades. I have
It's
nothing
like
more to say.
I get it. No, I get it. Just like you don't like Willem Dafoe's face, I get that.
There's two
They're
on
not
the list now.
comparable.
They're
No.
they're-
Don't get it twisted. Like, Rob Schneider's no Willem Dafoe. Like, Willem Dafoe is my sleep paralysis demon, if we have concluded. I just don't like Rob Schneider's face.
they're
And you know
that's on
what?
the
I bet
spectrum.
he gets hella pussy too, because he's funny.
It's like Pete Davidson.
Y'all don't think Pete Davidson's attractive, right? We were all on the same page about that.
He's got a big mouth.
A lot of teeth. We already know how Sky feels about teeth.
A lot of
His
teeth.
sleepy
Or
boy
do we?
eyes actually scare me.
His do. His scare me too.
They scare me.
So those are my expectations.
So
Okay.
none.
It's like a
No.
jump scare and like absolute paralysis.
Absolute paralysis. No, I listen. Once again, I've never seen a rom-com I didn't enjoy, so I fully expect I am going to enjoy this. The real question is, will I enjoy it more than The Wedding Singer? That we will find out. And the other real question is, do I remember The Wedding Singer? And that's who we will find out.
Oh, God.
Do you wait. Do you already have an answer to that question?
I have a feeling.
Find out after the break.
That's fair.
Just really quick before we go. I mean, Ketzel, can you just like mute the audio for yourself?
I can take off my headphones.
Ike.
Oh no. Yeah, I'll just mute
Just
my
leave the
computer.
call. We'll text you. I'm kidding.
No.
We'll
You
like
guys
this when
talk.
we're done.
Give me okay, and I'm muted. Done.
Which one do you think that Ketzel's gonna like the most? Because I have a feeling that they're not gonna like 50 First Dates. I just have a feeling.
I have that
they're
feeling
gonna
too.
Like, yeah.
Really?
Also, because I haven't seen it in
Yeah.
a minute, so I don't know like how. Raunchy's not the right word, but like how why can I not think of the word right now?
Vulgar?
Like not vulgar, but like
Like
PC.
cheeky.
it is and stuff. Like I don't know. I don't remember, honestly.
I don't remember.
About Wedding
I haven't seen
Singer,
this in a minute. I honestly, actually, we'll find out after the break. Never mind. So you guys don't think that they'll like this one?
I think that they will not like this movie as much as The Wedding Singer. And I think also because of what they fucking said about fucking Rob Schneider, because the way he looks in this movie is so ridiculous.
It
I
is
don't
so
think-
over the top.
When they said that, I was like, oh, fuck.
I don't know. It's a toss up. They could. I think they'll probably end up liking Wedding Singer a little bit more. Damn, doll, you really that got you fucked up.
Because now I know and that I'm going to win this competition of Adam Sandler rom-coms.
I think it's more of a competition between you two because I like both. I just prefer Wedding Singer. I think
I
it's
just
better in my opinion, but that's
don't
me because I
like
love that
it.
movie.
I
Just
just
want to be
didn't watch that
validated.
one, and I also don't like certain parts of
Y'all
it.
made Dahlia cry.
She made herself cry.
They're so confused.
She did it herself.
I can't hear you guys, but
Can you
I'll
read
hear about
lips?
this later.
Okay. I think we got that. Okay. Now we can tell them to come back.
What are you doing? That's my friend.
She
know they're
made
bullying.
She
herself
made herself cry.
Like always
She
makes herself cry.
was
Should have known
laughing
better.
so
She like
hard.
looks in a mirror and just starts sobbing out of joy or terror.
They bullied me, Ketzel.
I believe it.
You know that's
Okay.
recorded, right?
I lied. Hee hee hee. That wasn't a very long lie. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
I'm
to
sorry
lie
I
to you.
lied, everyone.
We can
Start
go to break
crying.
now.
All right, cool. See you guys on
Bye.
the other side.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. back.
We're back. So, how you feeling?
My Seth Rogen left.
Do you wanna know what I asked everybody before the
Yes,
break?
I would love to. I mean, that's gonna stay in the pod, but I would love to know.
Okay. What I asked was, do we think that you will like this movie more than The Wedding Singer? I said no.
I also said
And what
no.
did you guys say?
I didn't care either way.
And Tony said, I don't care what they
I've
think.
never cared what another person thinks in my life. I really haven't. I stopped caring a long time ago.
Mm-mm.
The answer is no, I do not like it more than The Wedding Singer. But I did like it. I didn't love the comedy of the rom-comedy. But I love the rom. Love the rom. And you know why? Because that little comedy had Rob Schneider's disgusting little fingies all over it.
Yeah, it surely did.
That's fair.
But if we took it at those disgusting little fingies and got him out of there, and we maybe tempered Adam Sandler a little bit, would have been all over this. Like fucking.
Do you?
Like
okay.
fucking gravy on fucking.
So you do remember The Wedding Singer?
I do.
Okay. I was like, I don't even know if you remember The Wedding Singer.
Maybe it's also because Adam Sandler has more hair in that. I'm like,
oh,
it-
you are
it, like,
envious of hair.
shut up. It's like like so, as I've learned in drag, if your hair is bigger, proportions your face a bit more, and as we've seen in this movie, that egg shape
He's got
is
an
very
egg
strong.
head.
He got an egg head, and it's very strong.
And they
It's
lean
very
into
strong
it,
when he has
and
short
I'm
hair.
glad they lean into it. Honestly, when it comes to this movie is one of the ones where like I kind of like I don't want to use the word, but it is like a low-key fantasize. How would you react to like learning you have amnesia about things? And I think about it periodically, and I'm like, I think I would handle it pretty well. I would love to see where I'm at and be like, oh, okay.
Oh, you're here on this end of the spectrum. Me, on the other side, I'd be a mess. The end. Where do
I
you guys fall?
remember everything before that, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I remember
Like, let's
everything.
say everything
Okay.
up until yesterday, and then we find out, oh, you're in such and such situation, blah 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 blah, and just like, oh, but we'll go on about that later as we go.
Well, now I'm thinking about it now. Because that's the premise of the movie.
That is the premise of this movie, which
which I was correct. Thank you very
you
much.
did. You also
You were.
were correct. You thought it was him, and then you were like, it's either that or the time traveler's wife or the time traveler's husband or whatever the fuck.
A time loop. I was thinking Palm Springs, I suppose. I don't think I'd react badly. I'd be like, let's see if we can get some more long-term memories out of this brain too. With like a hammer to my head.
Just like, shock it out of
Let's see
me.
if
Rattle
let's see if
something
we-
on.
Rattle something else, please.
Okay.
Sky, how would you react?
I don't know. Probably right in the middle of Antonio and Dahlia. I think.
I would love to just explore my like new world and see, what's different.
It's the same world though.
It's but your world is
Oh,
different.
well, like how long has it been? That's true.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's your world is different.
have I been
technically
at this? Have
you
I
know.
been at this for years?
speaking. No.
Aw.
There was probably a better part to have talked
Maybe-
about that.
Maybe I'm not as excited about that. Also, these fries are now an hour late
From the original order or
Cold.
your secondary?
Soggy.
from my secondary fucking order.
Désolé.
Anyway, let's talk about this movie.
Let's dive into it. So
I wish I could forget this day. Actually, I would. You know what? Give me amnesia. I wish I could forget this moment right now.
go to sleep and wake up tomorrow. You won't remember a thing. Just like
I'll try it
Lucy.
again.
So, here we are, starting from the beginning. we start the movie. Mystery man Henry Roth seems to be the man on everyone's lips. Women of all
I
ages.
don't know why.
I mean, you'll see in a second. Women of all ages are recounting the same romantic story to their pals, and they say that he swept them off their feet. But after they bone, he suddenly ghosts them. So he a fuckboy. And then now we flash to the Sea Life Park in Oahu, Hawaii, where we see Henry Roth, who is Adam Sandler. He's actually fucking whack, and he's also a great veterinarian, which is nice, I guess. His closest friends are Ula, a stoner local who is played by Rob Schneider, and Alexa, his androgynous assistant, and the animal actors.
The
Sky, you have a piece to say about the animals?
I love them. They're the best part of this movie.
Give them a fucking award.
The walruses are so cute.
And the penguin with the little shirt
His
on.
little shirt. Oh,
When I almost got run over, I was like, no! Me and Adam Sandler.
On site.
Bro. I'm like,
And
don't know why he gets all this pussy in this universe as well.
Pete Davidson. It's the Pete Davidson
Oof.
effect.
the
But
Eric
who's
Andre
better
effect?
looking? It's the Eric Andre effect. It's the...
He says, "Let me in," and then they let him in.
God,
It's
we're
the
gonna
goof
do
gets
this
the
every
poos.
fucking time.
Every joke, every time.
I won't let it go. Never. So
I already said my piece on Rob Schneider. I fucking hated him in this.
I knew you would hate him instantly when you saw him, and oof.
And boy, did I. Ew. He's so he's another thing. He's repulsive. It repels me. I feel like there must have been something I saw him in that I kind of liked, but for life of me, I cannot remember. And I don't know if y'all have any things you like him in, but
I don't.
Was it the hot chick?
The
Is that what
hot
it's
chick.
called?
Wait,
That is my favorite movie of all time.
I've not seen that.
Oh my god, I
haven't-
can.
Oh
I must
shit!
show you.
We did watch that. Oh, whoops, my bad.
Ketzel, you
did.
haven't seen it?
I've not seen the hot chick.
Oh my
Well,
god, yes.
that to the
yes,
I
list.
yes.
forgot about that movie altogether.
Dahlia wanted more dumb comedies, so we will put that on the list.
There you
Oh
go.
my
Antonia's
god, it's
favorite.
happening! Sorry.
I love that movie because Anna Faris and Rachel McAdams are
They're so good.
in it.
And so beautiful.
So
And
beautiful.
So funny. Oh my god. Okay.
I forget he's El King's dad.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
So a little something to.
That's very a la Grown Ups, of which he also is in. And also Deuce Bigelow. And also The Animal.
Yeah, I don't watch. I've
And
never
other
watched
things.
any of those.
I don't want. This is the.
You see, I know of
This is
them.
the genre
I
I
don't. watch
don't-
them.
I don't seek out comedies very often. I have to be
Well-
forced, and sometimes I'll enjoy them, and sometimes I don't.
Sky said this one's on the list, so it's going on the list.
Oh, it's on the
I'm
list.
so excited for you.
I don't want Rob Schneider anywhere near
I've
me.
already
but here
deleted
we
that
are.
movie out of my brain.
Oh, good. It'll be brand new to you, too. Okay, anyway, back to this. So, Henry, he's ootin' a boot sailing his boat until it breaks down, and he ends up going to a nearby cafe, the Huki Lao Cafe. In the corner of his little eye, he sees a little blonde lady. And who is it? Little Miss Drew Barrymore.
It's true.
And Drew Barrymore.
And Drew Barrymore. And she's playing a character called Lucy Whitmore.
She got good hair, let me say. Better hair than Wedding Singer, and that in itself was a plus here. That was a good unit.
A unit? A wig?
Yeah. The kids, all the professionals call it a unit these days.
Oh, just like UAPs, right? No.
They've been reclassified. It's like the human hair unit.
What did you call UFOs?
They're UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Oh, thank you. Incredible.
She looked a lot better, and there are some moments in this movie in the right light, and like her resting face, her pensive looking face, and I'm like, she's pretty, And that's all you're going to get out of me.
Anyway.
She's a good actress.
Agree.
Through tears.
Agree.
She's a good
Gritted teeth.
actress.
She's a good actress.
She's a good actress.
And so little...
She is. She sells it.
And so Miss Drew Barrymore is being all cute, hanging out alone, and making a house with her waffles. So cute. Henry assumes that she's a local and doesn't introduce himself. And then he goes home, but he just can't get Lucy out of his mind and proceeds to go to the cafe again the next day. And this time he sees her building the Waffle House again, and they hit it off. I think he puts like a little toothpick, and then he's like, look, a swinging door. And he touches her waffles. Now, how did you feel about that?
On site. Obliterated on site.
Avada
Really
Kedavra.
love a quirky gal, huh? Really like... I said no more. No more.
Actually, Antonio was the one that said it.
I did. I lied.
It's really... It's just so... It's like...
It's just so
How am I
funny
supposed
because I
to breathe
defended
with
it.
no air? It's so hard to unlearn. I need to have fucking electrotherapy.
You just got to keep putting in those Lord of the Rings references, and then the Harry Potter ones will just cycle themselves
Was
out.
very. You think it'd be easier with Sam Weiss, Sam G, Sam. What was the other? Sam Weiss, Samuel Gamgee.
Take your time, baby.
Wise well, Yule.
Wisewell, Madewell.
Oh my gosh. But
Which can't wait. We'll talk about them later. But
Okay.
I have thoughts on my good sis.
my good sis. But yeah, they
Emphasis on
totally
the
hit it
sis.
off. Mm?
Because he's
Anyway. Oh. So they hit it off, Lucy and Henry, and then she's like, let's hang out tomorrow. So he comes back the next day, and Lucy has no recollection of ever meeting him. And she's immediately turned off by him doing the same thing he did yesterday and gets the ick. And the restaurant owner, Sue, pulls him aside and explains to him that a year ago, Lucy and her dad went to get a pineapple for his birthday. And on the way back, a cow wandered onto the road and caused a car accident. And that left Lucy with anterograde amnesia. So basically, she remembers her life right up until the night before the accident, and every time she goes to sleep, she forgets everything the next morning. So it's super sad and super sucks. And for the last year, her dad, Marlon, and her brother, Doug, have reenacted Marlon's birthday to save her from the heartache of remembering the accident.
They really love her. I thought that was really sweet. But then Doug opened his goddamn mouth, and I was like, oh, you motherfucker.
Oh, really? Why is that, Ketzel? Is it because of the lisp?
It's not about... I'm not about making fun of speech impediments. No, sir. That's not why. Just because he's a dumbass. He's a straight-up dumbass. But God love him. God love him
in this film.
He was my favorite fucking character. Him and the walrus were my favorite fucking character.
I love that the main actors are not even on the radar. It's the animal actors and Sean Astin. Astin?
Aston.
Aston?
It's Aston.
Yes.
Well, we put the ass in Aston in this one. Am I right, lads?
He surely did.
Cake.
He flexed his ass.
Cake.
For the whole world to see.
Two cakes.
2004 Sean Astin.
Or actually, lots of cakes.
Henry, thinking he's the exception, doesn't listen to Sue's warning to stay away, and he comes back again. And when he arrives, the protective cook at the cafe, Nick, says, fuck off. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And Henry bets him that he can get Lucy to have breakfast with him. It doesn't go well. He tries, and, he comes back to do it again, and eventually it does work. And it's an excuse, I think, that he pretends that he can't read that really made us laugh.
Yeah, that was the comedy I'm here. Illiteracy, that is the comedy I'm here for.
We know.
That I forgot all about that part, and that had me dying.
When I sent
You
it to
felt
the
really
chat, I was like,
seen,
this
huh?
is going to be so good.
It's just the bit was really committed to.
Pin.
It wasn't just like, I can't read, and then like they
clocks.
blow past that. Love literacy. Very hot right now.
It's very hot.
That's it. And the fucking crying.
Yeah.
That was
It was so
I would never
cringe.
approach a wailing person in a cafe.
Anyone who cries,
wouldn't do half
I
the
kind of
shit.
just want them to go away.
You're like,
classic Antonio. Got him again.
got him.
There was a lot of gothams in this movie.
There was a lot of Gothams. It was really it. So
It's fucking Adam Sandler. Jesus Christ.
51st
He
With
Gothams.
his little voice.
51st
He's fucking
Gothams.
Gollum is what he is.
So I don't know why, but him pretending that he can't read fucking works, and then she's like, "That's it? You're not even gonna ask me fucking out?" And he's like, "Well, no, because he knows the truth, right?" And she's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna fucking go home. Bye." And he hurts her feelings, so he goes to her house to apologize to her, but she's met by the dad and the brother, and they're just like, "Okay, you need to stop seeing her. You don't ever see her again, and stop going to the cafe." So
And he's like, no!
out of respect, he does, but Henry finds ways to meet Lucy. So yeah, he does. He meets her on the road in the rain, and I don't know, some crazy shit starts happening because Henry.
You mean love? That is some crazy shit, huh?
Oh, the sprinkle of love, the love sprinkle, and it impresses Lucy's family because they find out that she's singing the Beach Boys' "Wouldn't It Be Nice" in her painting studio, something that she didn't start doing until she started meeting Henry. So they're like, "That's nice. It reminds her of her mom." So you can see her now, like basically giving the okay that they can hang out, and I thought that was really sweet.
I have one question for y'all. Do you guys think that Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler have chemistry in this movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Did you not?
What's your opposing thought?
I think they have great chemistry in most things they're in together. In fact, this
I
is
do
why I
too.
like this one better. I think their chemistry here is a little bit more like, I don't know, stronger.
I think they have good banter together. I felt we got to an "I love you" very quickly. Maybe I just didn't like fall for their. I don't know.
25 dates in for an I love you.
I guess it is
For
25 first
serial-
dates.
a serial dater who was like, "I'll fuck him and leave him," and then suddenly
It's just
he's
because
like,
he makes these terrible jokes, and she's like, ha, ha, ha. And I'm like, it's bad. This is bad. This is bad.
I guess-
I'm so repelled by him, but I'm like, this is bad. Well, this is not it.
Oh my god, Ketzel, are you me today?
Yeah, I think they are.
It's what happens when your body's trying to claw itself out of itself.
It finds
Is this what you feel every day? Jesus Christ.
like,
No wonder you're so angry.
You're just on your period all the time.
"Oh, you do
life
get
period.
periods.
It's your life.
It's your life."
yeah, the period between birth and death. That's a period.
Period.
Dude,
Oh
it's
my
so
God.
annoying.
Okay, we're done here. Continue.
Love is
please.
love my ass.
So, okay. Sometime later, they're back at the cafe, and it's a day, because there's days like this, that Lucy doesn't like Henry. So while she's rebuffing him, she notices that there's a police officer writing a ticket for her expired plates. And she's like, "They're not expired. They expire next year." But it's already next year, little does she know. And so she's like freaking out, and she goes to see a nearby newspaper, and she's like, "Fuck, it's like a year fucking later." And she races home, and in what her family calls a bad day, she's just really spiraling and finds out that her life is basically a ruse. So she's like, "How did this happen to me?" And then they take her to a doctor who explains her condition, and it bums her out. But she's like, "I get it." And then that night she goes to, back home, and she says goodnight to Henry, and she's like, "Thanks for sticking around. I hope you don't strike out tomorrow." And I thought that was kind of rough.
Yeah.
Is that what gets you, Antonio?
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, it's sad, but then he's like,
Chester.
Yeah, I know he's being annoying right now. He can't handle.
Chester's like, I also think it's sad.
It's distressing, is what it is. But it's nice that Henry goes like the lengths and like he takes her and he's like, I haven't heard this yet. And then he starts formulating like a different idea of how to approach this, so that way she doesn't have to keep living with this setup and everything like that. The next
nice PowerPoint presentation could have worked too.
Well, I don't know if PowerPoints were all that like, popular.
I guess if it happened now.
If it happened now.
How would you guys make like a little like Instagram story reel or some shit like that?
You're like, what's the magic
My eyes
of
only
today's
Snapchat.
2023?
Yeah. Like what? How would we do it these days? 'Cause I say a PowerPoint.
I would probably just do a video. I mean,
Yeah, it would
the
just
technology
Prezi,
is right
dude.
here.
A Prezi. Thank you.
Too well thought
I
out.
haven't heard that name in years.
College.
Yeah.
But one of the things that she says when she says, I hope you don't strike out tomorrow, is I'm a sucker for lilies. And so he starts with the tape, which is what they actively do for her, so that way she gets brought up to date with everything. And she starts to get to live her life. They are dating. She knows about him now, at least at the beginning of the day. And they go through 25 first dates. And every day, it's nothing like a first kiss sort of situation 25 times. And eventually, they start to have, like, intimate relations, and, like, sex is a big thing, even though she doesn't remember anything. So it's kind of like, sleeping with a guy on the first day that you've met him, that he tells you that he loves you every single first day of your life. And then it gets to the point where Henry's, like, completely in love with her, and he, like, sleepily asks her to marry him. And she's like, I can't go to sleep, otherwise the day's going to reset. I can't go to sleep. And then when she does wake up, they go through this whole thing over again, another bad day. And she overhears him saying that he had plans to go up to Alaska and study walruses and stuff like that. And hearing that, she's like, oh my gosh, I've kind of, like, become a burden to him. I love him, or I don't even know if she knows she loves him, but she lets him go because she does want him to go on with his life. And this is also one of those, like, I'm, like, teary-eyed during certain parts of this movie, apparently, during this watching, and I was like, oh, blah. It's the part where they break up, and she's like, oh, ever since you gave me the video, I started my own diary for me, because everyone else is telling me this. I should know things every day from my own perspective, which is, would be our videos to ourselves sort of situation. And
I love that.
I do. I love that. One of the things I really liked about her was, like, even with her, like, handicap, she always seemed competent. Like, she, like, saw through his ruse of not being able to read, which shitty ruse, but she, like, called him out on it. Like,
she's
bad
a
ruse.
lady.
She's a lady.
She's like, do you remember when she beat up Ula with the baseball bat? I was like, my God,
I wish that were me. God, I wish that were me.
That is a woman. I'm like, oh my. I'm like, you're saving a random me?
You're lustful for her, though.
I mean, if some woman came, like, to beat up somebody who's beating me up with a baseball bat, chase him off and be like, yeah, you better keep running, I'd be like, I love you.
Lesbians.
I love you.
We love a strong woman in this house.
No, Antonio. You're so emotional. I love to see it.
Did you hate it even more when she was like, can you help me destroy all the records of you? And he was like, yeah.
I was like, this is rough. Rough. It sucks though, like, but she's smart about it, and she's like, yo, you gotta go, and I gotta erase you out of my brain, and he's like, this isn't fair. How am I getting dumped by an amnesiac? And
Oh,
I know, right? Rough. But as they go about their lives, Henry is living his life. And if you are paying attention, they even come across each other at the zoo. She's with the group of people because 10-second Tom is there.
That shit hurted.
And she wasn't even fazed by him. And he's like, oh, wow, she really don't.
That was the first moment, and I was like, ooh, that shit hurted.
That would hurt.
I felt a little pang right there. I was like, ooh, there it is.
It's a lot, isn't it? And she's like, ooh, and he's like, I gotta get out of here. On the day of his leaving, Marlon and Doug show up, and they let him know that, hey, she's living at the institute now because she felt she was being a burden to us too, sort of situation. And he gives the gift of a CD, which
A CD.
was it one of you?
Ancient tech alert.
No. Oof, ancient tech. Angelina was just telling me that Emma was asking, what's a DVD?
Oh no. It hurts. I mean, remember you guys said distracted driving? Like, we talked about the penguin almost getting hit. It almost got hit because she was reaching for her CD case to take out a CD to listen to in her car. We don't have that problem anymore, baby.
Nope.
We got Spotify.
Now we look at our phones.
Bluetooth.
Or
It's not even an aux cord anymore. It's all Bluetooth.
it is all Bluetooth.
Yep,
Bluetooth.
It's all Bluetooth.
Do you guys
Lot of
remember
teeth.
cassettes? Like the little, little cassettes?
Yeah.
The little
Mini
squares?
cassettes?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I think they were the little clip thingies that you got. I want to say Burger King. Maybe it was McDonald's.
Oh, hit clips?
And it had
Yeah,
like
that
5
one.
songs
Yeah, yeah.
already in it.
Hit clips. I think that's the one. Someone posted a video recently about them running with the hit clips playing, and I was like, "Wow, that's retro."
Oh my.
I remember buying I remember buying like a Mycene doll, like the Barbie offshoot thing, and they would come with little CDs with like 5 little, like mini little CDs with 5 little songs that
Yep.
were supposed to be Yeah.
Did they
I was
read
like,
on an
God.
actual CD player?
Yeah, they did.
They're like tiny, like just like, not like doll tiny CDs, but like mini
No,
CDs.
the word that hey, got him.
Not
People
easily
listen so
swallowed,
fast.
but definitely easily lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they read. What a time to be alive that was, guys.
Hey, a lot of things. What a time to be alive. Between
The kids
dial-up.
asked me who Beyonce was, like this week, because we were doing Black History Month stuff.
Is that also why you
And
had
that
a
shit
bad
hurted.
week? That's the reason, huh?
You went like, what?
Because one of them was doing their biography, because they're writing biographies about a figure in like Black history, right? One of them's doing Beyonce, and I'm like, go off. And another kid was like, who's Beyonce? And I was like,
if I could punch a child.
Oh my god. The duality of teaching is so wild. Like I swear I saw like a TikTok earlier today, and it was just like Kim Petras is like treat me like a slut, and then he was like jamming in the car drinking his little coffee, and then he's in class, he's like A B C D and I'm just like the same person? Incredible.
I mean, you guys talk to me, and you know what I'm like.
I do. It's
Now,
still concerning.
Imagine myself talking to a child.
I forget that sometimes.
And being like, okay, honey, like, it's okay. You just sit down and try your best. Let me get you a Band-Aid.
It's-
Like, just that kind of
It's
stuff.
just like anyone else.
I want to be a
like,
fly on the wall.
Work person versus or work your friends' voices versus like their work voice. Sort of situation.
Yeah. What's your work voice, Antonio?
It's the same.
Yeah, right? It's like, aren't you just as assertive at work?
I like
I think
people.
he's slightly nicer.
I am.
Or like your customer service voice?
Depends on the situation. I don't abide idiocy like blatant idiocy. Like, I will talk to people like they're children sometimes when they're being stupid. But I'm a lot nicer to people on the other side of the counter. On the other side of the counter, man, there is such a valley. It's only like 2 feet, but you get a lot more leeway with that 2 feet. But anyways, as Henry is leaving, Marlon and Doug give him the gift of the CD, and this is where that scene is going around on TikTok from this movie in particular, where Henry is sobbing, crying, singing, "Wouldn't It Be Nice?" And he has this epiphany that, like, she's singing because she remembers him. And so he swings his boat all the way around and drives directly to the Institute. And he's like, "Do you know who I am?" And Lucy is like, "Not even a little bit."
Not even a little bit, bruv.
But she's like, "Can I show you something?" And she goes, and apparently she does dream about him. And she's painted all these pictures. And she knows about him, even though she's destroyed all record. And she's like, "I dream about you." And he's like, "Yeah, I helped you get rid of all trace of me from that book."
Jump scare.
Is this your man? Sort of like energy.
Is this my man?
Yeah.
That's mine.
And so it cuts to them on a boat. Lucy waking up. "Good morning, Lucy" tape. And as she comes up out of the boat, they've gotten as far as being married. They've made their trip to Alaska, and she has a daughter, which one of those things that they just kind of gloss over, but you bet that was probably traumatizing AF to, like, wake up days and be like, why am I pregnant? Scary.
You know,
I
had
want
that
clip.
thought.
I want I want clips of that.
Yeah.
Hey,
It doesn't make a good rom-com.
it doesn't make it romantic.
Who said?
It makes it more like a rom-com horror. Wouldn't it be nice? You know, to just wake up and your
Please.
life is all nice.
And that plays at the end of the song or the movie, and it was nice. And I was like,
Let me tell you something. I was fully waiting for there to be a whole, like, her starting to remember and shit. And I really like that she didn't. It's sad, but I really liked it. I don't know. It made it way less corny.
Yeah, it was almost like
with it.
almost believable.
Yeah, it wasn't a cop out. Like
There was no movie magic.
very much-
It was
yeah.
more like slice of life. Like the dreaming part is kind of like as movie magic as it got, that she was getting fixed, but it was just dreaming. So who knows?
I mean,
yeah, it's like she's just not the same. Like there's like good stuff, but I'm like, I don't know. It felt so realistic. I feel like the last half of the movie I was really down for.
Yeah,
Because it leaned less on the comedy, more on the
romantic part of it.
the
romantic.
No, yeah,
sad
that
part.
first, like, the opening of this movie is kind of just, like, cheesy as fuck. It's corny, blah, 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 blah. But the moment life gets real and she, like, has bad days, I'm like, ooh, this is where the movie is really good.
That's what I liked. But there was also things I didn't like that I forgot about.
Like
I was
what?
You had this same issue right at the beginning where Rob Schneider is like, you know,
Oh,
putting
terrible
on,
depiction.
Oh, yeah.
putting on basically a whole show of him being Hawaiian, and I'm just like, that's not okay.
No, it's not. This is from the era of movies where we did not give a shit. And
2004.
Early 2000s.
artistic license was given to anyone who was just like, hey, I could be an artist of some sort.
It's for comedy. And so
A
there's
shame.
that.
And truly, that really does tinge the movie a lot. And just like beyond that, like that whole like just very racist depiction, just his comedy was not good.
Yeah.
But I liked all the other elements of this, of like the movie. You know?
I thought it was funny. I was laughing more at it than I thought I would. Because I hadn't seen this in a minute.
Mm-hmm. I meant the Rob Schneider's comedy.
Oh,
No,
I
Rob
think if he
Schneider's
would have just been
comedy-
cut out of the movie completely, it'd be perfect.
Yeah, like the Doug funny steroid shit. like that was funny. The wet dream shit.
The one part
Like, Adam
when
Sandler
they
not
give
reading.
him the box of Reese's and Spam, he's like, "Can I have this?" And he takes it back so quick. It's so funny.
Oh my god, Doug was the moment. Like, it's like there was funny parts. Like, there's parts I actually legitimately laughed out loud. None of them were Rob Schneider.
No.
Yeah,
Rob
no.
Schneider.
I
don't like anything about Rob Schneider at all. That's why I probably won't enjoy rewatching Hot Chick or The Hot Chick. I still don't even know what the name of the movie in full is.
The
hot
chick.
chick.
The Hot Chick.
I think if someone out there could really or just make an edit of this movie where he is cut, all his scenes are cut out, you would be doing a public service, and I would really love that. And if no one's gonna do it, I'll do it.
And I
because
think
it's otherwise solid film.
yeah, and I think too, like mid 2000s, early 2000s, that's when all those movies were coming out about like mostly like featured in Hawaii, like what was it, Blue Crush and other movies that were
We had
very,
such
like,
an
surfer-like.
infatuation
I don't know what
with
the-
water.
I don't know what was up with Hawaii in the early 2000s.
The Way of Water.
But like oh god.
Don't get them started.
Avatar.
No.
Don't get them started.
I know. Y'all know my stance. I don't need to.
I feel like they just could have depicted like Hawaiian culture a little nicer. There was some points where it was nice, like when they were like singing and the ukulele player.
Yeah.
But that was like 2 seconds of the entire movie, and I'm just like,
Otherwise, it's just like, oh, the kooky locals.
couldn't you have done
Except
this
for Sue.
movie?
Sue was good.
Couldn't you have done this movie in like Southern California, and it's basically the same thing, just not Hawaii? Because you
Alright,
would
we're gonna do it in Hawaii. Let's
Let's just not have
Let's do
Rob
something
Schneider.
make it
let's
good.
just, you know what? At its core point, let's just not have Rob Schneider. This is now officially, if I may be so bold, a Rob Schneider hate podcast. And when the hot chick do be coming into my front door, it will stay a Rob Schneider hate podcast.
I love you. You're my favorite. You've always been my favorite.
Oh my god.
You hear that, Dahlia?
So just gonna gloss over that.
The hurt.
Listen, I don't like Rob Schneider at all, but I do like the hot chick. So,
The
Dahlia,
Hot
I
Chick
will
is
be
a
there
fantastic film.
Don't let me
until
down.
you see it.
Don't let me down. Stick by your guns. You can't.
with you. All right, Austin Powers, calm down.
Austin Powers is like the
That is
pinnacle
true.
of bad. It's so bad. I'm just like, I no longer give a shit. I actually
You
don't give a shit
leave
about
that movie. If you don't leave that movie going, it's me, Jessica. I'm in here. I don't know.
That was actually really good, Dahlia.
Oh, thanks. Sometimes I do impressions. I think I've done like 3 so far.
You've done a couple. You
Like
know?
your Alan Rickman one the best. That one was the best one.
That's good. I think truly, you could be a better Rob Schneider.
Then Rob Schneider. Yeah,
Then Rob
probably.
You
Schneider.
can play Rob Schneider pretending to be a girl better than Rob Schneider can play
I
Rob Schneider trying to be a girl.
I should make the edit of that movie without Rob Schneider. 50 First Dates without Rob Schneider, but with Dahlia. It's a really long title.
I think so.
Anyway, Ketzel, was this movie worth a watch?
If this was edited, the Dahlia version of 50 First Dates with no Rob Schneider, yes. Listen.
Wow, I didn't think that I honestly I glaze over Rob Schneider so fast anytime he's on screen. I'm just like, whatever.
You black the fuck
I
out.
don't. I zone out. I don't know about blackout.
He browns out.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. This movie, if you just can look past that, yes. But it's so very hard to do so.
I think it's just hard for
so
you.
fucking hard.
Can you look past?
I don't
Can
know.
I hear
Dahlia,
from the others?
Dahlia
Do you?
also fucking...
Can you look past the Rob Schneider stuff? Do you even look at it? Do you pay attention to it when it's happening?
I can look past the Rob Schneider stuff. But I'm also charmed by this movie.
Sky, do you look past it?
Yeah, I mean, haven't watched it in a long time. I realize how annoying it is now. But
I do see how annoying it is, but I'm like, I brown out anytime that I hear that voice. I'm just like, move on. I think that's because I already hated Rob Schneider. Maybe that's why I don't like Hot
It's
Chick.
also like this is my first watch.
Yeah.
Like
So it is.
I don't have, I don't have the feeling of
nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Or I was charmed long ago when I didn't really think twice about the Rob Schneider thing.
Yeah.
Like, or didn't really, So this being my first watch, I'm just like,
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
If you focus on everything aside from Rob Schneider, it's worth the watch.
it's lovely. It's lovely.
Oh,
Isn't
gal,
she
lovely
lovely?
of which it was
Isn't she wonderful.
not in the soundtrack, but we're talking about hot and or solid cast.
No one
No one say it.
was hot.
I was gonna say it.
No.
I thought we were gonna talk about what we've been talking about.
Well, look, I'll say
Hot
maybe no one was hot,
Maybe.
but it was a solid cast.
Maybe. Sean Astin.
Sean Astin he's so fucking stupid.
He was a snack. That was a snack.
He was looking like a snack, but
mesh shirts.
the mesh crop tops
Right.
and the compression shorts.
Buy a shirt without holes in it.
The backwards cap. He was looking good.
I was,
He
for
was
some
a big
reason, thinking
dumbass.
that was Q. I have definitely seen Q in shirts with holes in them. And I'm like, oh, that's Q.
And a backwards cap. And my belly out.
Crop top.
That's true. Fashion inspo. Soundtrack/score.
Popping off.
Pop off.
Oof.
Here we are.
There were plenty of songs that were just like, it was fun. It added to the ambiance, and it just made it that more of a early 2000s, whatchamacall, rom-com of just like, oh, these songs are kind of popular. But that one song, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, that version in particular, you said it. I was trying to like type it. I was like, it's like the only song. It's the only version that matters to me, sort of.
It's the only one I prefer to listen to.
It makes me so sad. The song in general makes me sad. That one makes me sadder. But the song in general also makes me sad. And I said this when we were watching it. I really appreciated all these like versions of popular songs that fit with the sort of like Hawaii context, sort of Polynesian feel or Caribbean feel too, because there was some like reggae inspired sounds. I just love that. It was
that kind of like
lovely.
laid back life sort of situation.
Yeah, that Island Time light, like that Island Time version.
Like the setting, which we'll get into, but the setting in and of itself seemed like right for like 50 First Dates being set in Hawaii. It seems right, like to me. Dolly was saying, we could set it in California, and I was like, no, we couldn't. It's not right. Is Blended set in Hawaii? Why do I think that?
No.
Is it set on an island?
It's set. God, I'm trying to remember like the plot of the movie. They go to Africa
Oh.
for a vacation, so it's set in. Part of it's set in Africa.
Oh. Wow. I thought there was something. I thought there was, is it just this one? I thought it was set in Hawaii or somewhere sort of tropical. Costume design, set design, location, which we've been talking about a little bit. How was the costume design? We already know that the hair is a massive improvement.
The hair for Drew Barrymore,
Yes.
not the hair for Adam Sandler, as we've said. Mr. Egghead
I don't hate it.
did not like Rob Schneider's do.
Never liked
Hated
Rob
him.
Schneider.
I
in
loved
general.
every shirt. I liked every shirt that Adam Sandler wore.
I liked every shirt Doug wore.
And I like Doug's entire outfit. That shall be the vibe of the summer. 2K23. Thank you very much.
I like the consistency of the costume, because keep in mind, like, Lucy was living every day for a year up until then. Like, I think every time up until they had devised a new strategy to help her remember what happened to her. She was wearing the same like pink shirt and like white pants.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh.
Speaking about those scenes.
And it wasn't like a crazy outfit, but
no,
it was just memorable.
So I loved the amount of detail that like just went to show how many times they had done this with her, like right up to the point, because I always remember this scene where they put the tiniest amount of like shampoo and conditioner back into the bottle, because you're like, oh, they must have noticed somehow that like, hey, she probably had a bad day because of that or something like that, and like in order to swerve out of that, they now refill the goddamn shampoo and conditioner bottle. The paper is like one thing.
I figure that they have had to run into that a bunch of times, and they probably went a really long time before they started doing that and figured it out along the way. They must have had a lot of bad days in between. It makes you think. I think this film provokes a lot more questions that we hope to have answered, but never do.
It's one of those that makes you think, I want more. But, you know.
I do like set design in the cafe. I thought was cool. Loved her studio. I thought that was really cool. And then being at a sea life park, I just really wonder what the logistics of that was like. So curious. I mean, good on them, but location wise, I didn't think it had to be in Hawaii. It was beautiful though.
I'm sorry, my fucking whole order was canceled.
So you still are not getting your fries.
I'm not getting shit. Anyway, continue.
Favorite quotes? Can I have one last first kiss? And then they kissed in the rain.
Fucking nerd. There's a lot of fun stuff.
There was a ton.
Yeah, I liked. I can't remember any of them, but Dan Aykroyd, who plays the doctor, had a lot of good lines that were funny.
There was a lot of little cameos. I was like, what
He
you
made a
doing
good
here?
dick joke that I was like, excellent job, sir.
It's the same dick joke that Adam Sandler was making, was it not?
Yeah, but I don't want to hear it from him. I want to hear it from Dan Aykroyd.
That's right.
Touche. I laughed the hardest. It's so stupid at the fucking, it's like, oh, she hasn't met fucking Henry. What's his fucking last name? Roth. And it's like, who's that? It's like, who dat? Me dat. And I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
You know, I feel like Nick, the cook, I don't know if he was acting, but he was very like he put me there in that situation in that moment. Like he was so candid. It was really funny how they were interacting with each other. I think they had good chemistry. Banta, I think is what you call
Good
it.
banter. Banter poodoo.
Fanta.
Antonio, what was your favorite?
I laughed at a number of like things, especially like the quips, but I can't actually think of like a favorite quote. I can't. I just think it's like, I think it's a cute movie.
You hate to see it.
And you know what Antonio thinks is the law, so can't argue with that.
In my world, it is.
Who said that?
Just for me.
Doesn't mean we're not going to argue anyway. So Ketzel, as the loser of this episode, do you think that this movie's worth all the hype it's received? And do you think that you missed out having not seen it?
I think the premise is very good, and that in itself, I think, was why it's high. It's a heartbreaking premise, let me tell you. I think it was worth the hype y'all gave it. I still did not like it more than The Wedding Singer, though. But I feel like, hey, Chesty. I feel like my expectations were a bit tempered because you guys had said, it's not as good as The Wedding Singer, though. So my hype was the good amount of hype that I got. My brother did tell me that he was surprised I hadn't seen it, and I can understand why. I can understand why. Do I feel like I missed out?
No.
I always feel like I miss out on any rom-com, TBH. Again, I have yet to see a rom-com I don't like. Once again, I would love this movie a lot more if Rob Schneider's name was smeared out of this campaign. But yeah, it's a fun... I love a rom-com. I don't know what to tell you.
Every time we say
Just
Rob Schneider, I go to like Zack Snyder, and I'm just like, replace Rob Schneider with Zack Snyder. Just randomly.
Now, Zack Snyder's fucking hot, and I would like to see him replace... That's good. That's good.
Who's that?
He's
Me
the
dad.
director of Watchmen. He's the director of Watchmen and 300 and the Justice League.
He's
The
got
Justice
a very
League.
he's got a very daddy look about him.
He's sexy.
Zack Snyder.
Period.
He's kind of hot.
I did not know that about you.
Don't talk to. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that.
Don't be surprised.
You amaze me.
He's sexy.
He is hot.
I gotta look at him again.
He's a good looking dude.
Let's pull him up. Pull him up.
He's like a generically
recognize-
hot white guy.
I recognize his name, and I knew he was a director. I just didn't know what he looked like. Nobody ever really cares what directors look like. They just like their brain.
There was a comedian, and Zack Snyder was at
Yeah,
his
he's not
show.
bad looking.
And
Let me look him up again. I just want to see him for my own eyes.
well, if we're all doing it, then
Just for clarification. Just a little taste.
Yeah, just a little.
But it didn't. It
Just-
didn't warrant
just
an
as I
arch.
remember. Just a dreamy sigh.
he has like a
Like a
Mark
dreamy size
Ruffalo,
of-
like
not all
kind
bu-
of like smile.
I think it's the eyes.
You're not wrong. He's also got like the same shaped eyes.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't have to be barking all the time, Dahlia. I have
Sometimes it can be a
levels
quiet bark.
to me. Sometimes sometimes it's a little it's a sigh. Sometimes it's a little sigh with a bark underneath, like a
Just a little boof.
little boof.
We've got to make some sort of graphic of level of
You can't. Sometimes it's just the spirit moves you. You can't ascribe logic to a
You
bark.
can't.
You simply can't.
It just comes.
Because Antonio's is so
to you.
feral, and like that's not the same bark I do. But when he does it, I feel it. You know.
You're an empath.
Because I was listening to our latest episode, and Antonio did so much barking in it.
I know. What was it that you were like? And I was
It
I
like,
don't
was
even know
fucking-
what episode just came out.
Nope. It was
No.
Oh, it'll be.
Oh, it was-
it'll be.
it was it
Angel.
Brandon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
you're
when we
like-
first watched that movie. I was telling Sky that I was like, I kind of want to cut my tongue on his jawline.
Oh, you said that.
I just want to nibble.
You said you want to lick it.
I want to lick
He
his
said,
jawline.
I want to lick it, and I was like, Antonio.
I just want to lick it. I just want to nibble. I just want to taste. That's my cannibalism.
Delicious, wonderful. I think that's the end of this episode, right?
I think so. I think so.
And that concludes our 50th episode of Sit Down Loser, We're Watching a Movie. We'll see you for the next 50, at least.
More than or equal to. Bye, losers. Hey, real quick before we go. Thanks for sticking by us for 50 episodes, everyone. Who think them? Okay. Bye.
Bye.